Hi guys, and welcome to another video. And this video is post holiday, so I am now back from Bulgaria. Had a good time. A couple of things that have happened, nothing really. So I've been back this week. It's like I say, my first week back. It was actually a short week for me. It's only 3 days this week, which is nice. I had trouble getting back into the routine of sleeping, because going from obviously just my normal holiday sleeping, trying to get back to obviously doing lots of sleep during the day and working obviously of an evening, it's been quite tough. I messed it up from the start. So my first shift was Monday. Normally I sleep till about midday on a Monday so that I'll get lots of rest. Woke up about 9:30 in the morning and couldn't get back to sleep. So from Monday my kind of sleeping pattern's been a bit out of the window, but it'll probably take me next week I'll probably get my sleeping back down to what it should be, so hopefully it'll be easier next week. But it's been an okay week. Dog still knows what to do, dog still knows his job, so I think it's been good. So yeah, I just thought I'd do a van chat just as a bit of a catch up, just to talk about a couple of things as well, because I've noticed a little bit in some of the comments and things like that of people saying some stuff and maybe just putting my side over to it. And yeah, I just thought we'd have a little van chat for sort of 10-15 minutes or whatever it is. And yeah, well, we'll start off with like the comments thing. And I think putting myself out there online is always going to get negative comments. I'd say that my comments are 95% positive, 5% negative, and I've said lots of times I'm pretty good at just ignoring the negative comments. I never get drawn into having an argument with someone about it. And like I say, I know I'm going to get them. There was someone that commented about, and I think this is the thing about my channel as well, is that I do document the failures as much as I do the successes. So on the video where my dog failed a little bit in the protection working training, where he come off the sleeve to go and have a sniff, that is obviously a foul, and I document that and I post that up because I think it's important for people to see the failures as much as it is the successes. And I get a comment on there saying that they wouldn't, saying I wouldn't be worried about coming onto a site you're working, and they're the kind of negative comments of someone just trying to prove that my dog is not up to a standard or whatever it is. And the only thing I could say to that is good for you. If you feel like you will come on my site because you don't think my dog could protect me, etc., then all I can say is good for you. I mean, I'm never going to get drawn into getting into an argument about that. I believe in my dog. My trainer believes in the dog. I've got no reason to ever doubt my dog, etc. So all I can say is good for you. And like I say, if you're someone that's going to be in my comments saying things like that, I'm just going to let you know now. It doesn't affect me. I don't lose any sleep over it. Yes, I may say something about it in a video, but I don't lose sleep over it. So and then another thing that seems to be popping up quite a bit, and it's something that I've noticed people doing, and I agree with people with experience, so people that have been in this job 5, 10, 15, 20 years, etc. I agree there are things that you can learn off these people, but I find it strange when people use their years of experience. It's just a cyclist. I know. Oi, Coop, leave it. It's just a cyclist. I know, just a cyclist. I find it very strange when people use their years of experience as like a flex. So if there is something that they want to comment about, they first put forward how many years experience or how many years they've been in the dog industry. And most of the time, because I've only been in this job for sort of 18 months to whatever it is, there are lots of people that have got more experience on the job than me, and like I say, I don't disagree that there are things that people could teach me with their experience. But when someone turns around and the first thing they say in the comments is, I've been doing dog handling for 12 years, to me that doesn't mean anything. And I know people try to use that as so that it captivates you straight away, that okay, this person must know what they're talking about. I mean, I've played football for 20 years, 30 years. It doesn't mean that I can tell someone of 18 years old how to play football, because things change, techniques change, different things like that. And I think that's very similar with dog handling as well. I know people are probably going to criticise me for saying that, but the way that someone was taught 12 years ago is different to the way it is now. And if you haven't changed, although with your CT training and keep going to training and that, if you still do the stuff that you was doing 12 years ago, then when I put a video up about something, you saying, well, I've been doing dog handling for 12 years and that's not how I was taught to do it, then that is going to happen. And I think in dog training as well, it is I think with dog training as well, different trainers do different things, and trying to smash someone on giving some tips or whatever it is, because I've always said in my videos that I'm not a dog trainer, and I'm very open about not being a dog trainer. I don't try to teach people anything. I kind of document what I'm doing, or I document my training sessions, and I put my view of why I think certain things happen, or stuff that I've learned through the dog training and things like that. And a lot of my stuff is just sort of tips and that. But yeah, like I say, with people, when their opening thing is I've been doing dog handling for 10 years, I've been doing dog handling for 15 years. To me, that doesn't grab my attention to you knowing exactly what you're talking about, and that I should just listen to you. It's just someone trying to flex on the years that they've been in the industry. And I think that's very important for people to not get wrapped up in, is that yes, someone that's been in dog handling for a long time, they can teach you how to deal with situations. They've probably gone through more situations, so I agree that they can teach you about how to act in certain situations. But as for someone trying to tell me that I'm wrong because they've been doing dog handling for longer than I have, well, I don't actually agree with that. And I think that's just something that I've noticed with people, some people around the dog handling industry. There are lots of people that just comment, and they don't tell me how long they've been in dog handling, and they're more the comments that I will listen to. The moment someone said that they've been in dog handling for 15 years and then wants to tell me something, I've normally switched off after they've said they've been in dog handling for 15 years. So I think that's just something that I've noticed. And I'm not going to say if you are one of them people, but if you try to get your point over by telling someone how long you've been doing dog handling for, I don't think that's the best way to go about it. If you have a point to get over, or if you have something to say, just say it. You don't need to try and back it up with something else, because 15 years in security dog handling is not a qualification. Like, it'd be different if you've got a qualification for being in dog handling for 10 years, but you don't. You just, that is just your experience. There are lots of police officers that have been in the police for 20-25 years. It doesn't mean that they're a better copper than someone that's only been doing it a year, 2 years. It just means that they've got more experience in situations. Maybe they can teach the copper that's only been doing it for 2 years, maybe they can teach them how to deal with some situations. So, like I say, I think that's just something that I've noticed about a little bit, and I don't think it's healthy. I don't think that trying to put your point over that way is healthy. So yeah, that's just something that I've noticed as well. So I've spoken about social media quite a bit. I think I've done a van chat about it not too long ago, and I am going to kind of go into it a little bit, but not in the same way. And I was speaking to someone, and I've been speaking, obviously people message me quite a lot, and obviously with the Discord group I have chats in there, and obviously with people that are in that Discord group. And people may like me, people may hate me, people might like what I do, people might not like what I do. But the one thing that I have noticed that I have done is that I've managed to reach people that other people haven't been able to do it. And the reason for that is that I've created somewhere for people to gain information, to do a job that they couldn't find information about. Now, I agree that there are lots of people that will help. I know that people like Armitage Canine, they are very vocal on Facebook groups and that about when people say that they want to get into the industry, that they will help. And I agree. When I spoke to Armitage Canine, I think his name was Chris, I spoke to him. This was after I was qualified. He just wanted to have a chat, so I had a chat with him, and I agree that he has good information. I probably had a good hour chat with him, and he knows what he's talking about. And I don't disagree that if people contact Armitage Canine about getting into the industry, that they will get some good information. But that is people having to go and reach out, and people having to dip their toes in the water in order to get that information. What I have been able to create is somewhere for people to be able to find that information out on their own. Now, there are lots of my videos where they get lots of views, and they're things like the how much video, they're things like the pet to protection, where I explain about the story and that. And the reason that they're probably my most popular videos is because people have been able to go and search it. The reason that I kind of started this YouTube channel was to document what I was doing, how I got to where I was, etc. But what I have noticed is that my sort of YouTube channel has been very vital for a lot of people to gain the information to where to start. And there are lots of people that are out there that want to do security dog handling, but they don't know where to start. They don't know if the job is going to be what they think it is. And there are people that won't reach out to Armitage Canine, or they won't pay to go for a taster day somewhere. Like, people don't want to go and spend £50 on a taster day to then find out it's not what they want to do. And a lot of like the taster days and things like that is yes, you could pay a trainer to go to a taster day and go and see what dog training's all about, etc., meet some handlers and that, but they don't get a sense of what the job actually is. Because I think what people see in like the crash bang wallet videos that I would kind of call them, is they just see these dogs going in for bites and things like that, but that doesn't tell you actually what being a security dog handler is. There's another part to it, and that is being a handler. And I think through my platform it is showing people to whether they do or do not want to do the job. And I think as much as I've got people into the industry, I've probably stopped people from getting into the industry that would have quit after 6 months, a year, or whatever it is, because they've thought about being a security dog handler and then seen my videos and thought, no, this doesn't look like it's for me. Because I document about having to be sitting around for a lot of time, documenting that over 18 months I've not had to deal with anyone on site. Therefore, all of my shifts have just been me trying to entertain myself, training my dog, etc. And there's people that get into security dog handling thinking that it's going to be every night is going to be dealing with situations, every week is going to be having people on site getting in confrontations. And I think through my videos I've documented that is not the case. So as much as I've helped a lot of people gain information and decide that they want to get into the industry, I've managed to save people from getting into the industry that are going to train up a dog to then leave and then have to pass that dog on to someone else, or they would have trained this dog up for protection and then had to try and make it a pet again. So there are lots of people out there that will give information, but you have to approach them. This is why sometimes it's good to be able to put stuff online where people can go and find that information for free, and putting information out there for free is not a negative. I know with people's businesses it's all about making money and things like that, but giving out information for free to start off with is what draws people in. And I'm not saying that I do it to draw people in. If people want to follow my channel, they can follow my channel. If they don't want to, they don't have to. But you have to provide somewhere for people to gain the information first off, and not rely on them to contact you. And I know that there are people in my Discord group that have said that they never would have got into security dog handling had they not found my channel or found my videos. And I think that's been the best part of doing this YouTube channel for me, is knowing that I've helped people to get into the industry that wouldn't have got into it otherwise, because they, like I say, they wasn't going to put themselves out there to contact companies or trainers and that to try and get an idea of what it is. So I think if you are a trainer, or you are a company or whatever it is, there's nothing wrong with putting some information out there about how to get into security dog handling, about how to approach contacting you if they want to get into security dog handling. There's nothing wrong with doing something like that, because like I say, at the end of the day, there are people sitting at home wanting to get into this that aren't going to contact you, so therefore you need to make yourself visible as well. So they're just my thoughts. There's just some things that I think about. Like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you've got any comments about anything I've said, you may agree, may disagree with things that I've said in this video, then put them down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you want to see loads more videos, and as for now, I'll see you again next week. Just watching. See you later. Bye.